Ladies and gentlemen, this is a staple of another program going to a very different team. Demario Davis of the Saints is now headed to the New York Jets on a 2-year, $22 million deal that includes $15 million fully guaranteed. Davis returns to the Jets. Now, Aaron Glenn and the Jets, I want to say it, haven't had a lot of good.
No.
It's not a lot of ass. A lot of ass. Even at the combine. Just not good. How do you lose it? He get caught sleeping.
That's all.
Check his phone.
Okay, maybe
Sure.
it was. And we have gone to bat saying that is a very easy situation to nod off to. I mean, it's dead air. There's no show in the stadium. You're watching it. It's almost like they're trying to make a lot of deals, a lot of handshaking going on late night to make things happen. So we could see how you snooze. You just got to hope that they don't expose you for it. But classic Jets. They actually expose it, and we actually see it. Anything about Frank Reich as the offense coordinator, it's like, okay, I like Frank. Frank was my
great guy.
Frank was my quarterback coach. Okay, Frank was my quarterback coach. I don't know if Frank's had a lot of success in a while. Not saying that he can't, but you don't immediately go home run hire. There's a lot of things with the Jets where they get in there and Glenn hires all his guys. They have a terrible. They fire everybody but him. So there's a lot of.
They get an interception.
Not one interception for the entire. There's a lot of things that say, wow, this team might be the biggest shite bag in the history of sports. I don't want to do that, though, because there's only 32 NFL teams left.
No, you wouldn't want to do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah. I laid out a lot of compelling cases.
They're shite.
They're absolute shite, but we don't want them to be. No. And we think this is a good move. Let's head over to the free agency fun zone. Schrags, do we know the Jets are going to be making a play for Davis to bring him back? And should I be thinking anything other than this might be the worst franchise in the history of sports?
Look, they got to start somewhere, and this is a veteran leader. This is
Dan,
a guy.
they suck. Dan. They suck at everything. They can't even watch the combine right.
This is a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee year in, year out, and a guy who, after Cleveland, went to the Jets and was huge in that players coalition and was big in 2018 with the Jets and 2017 in the community as well. So when you're building a team from the ground up, which is these guys, you bring in character people. I would take Demario Davis as the character even more than the player, and he is still a very functional linebacker on a team. Yes, they're going to be starting from scratch. They also have 5 picks in the first 2 rounds this year. So let's slow down with just telling them terrible.
Okay, yeah, they'll do the right thing with those.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's going to play quarterback for him?
Time and time again.
They will. What's that, Dano?
Who's going to play quarterback for him? I do like the Minka signing, and I do like Demario Davis, but who's going to play quarterback for him? Because Kyler's going a minute.
I have one. Can I report a breaking news deal here, guys?
Yeah.
Schrager, do I get a tweet or no? Do
You better bring one here.
Ravens to the Giants pipeline might not be done. It sounds like the Giants are working on a deal to bring in punter Jordan Stout, one of the tops in the game, Pat.
That's a good bomb.
That is a possible. They're working on it.
Peter Schrager.
Not official yet, and I probably shouldn't have jumped the gun, but that's what I'm saying. Giants, Jordan Stout, they are working the deal out on that one right there. That's a big one considering their issues on
don't cut
special
him off
teams.
at the knees. We just did a full thing.
I was excited. He said Baltimore Giants pipeline.
Good.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
know.
Yeah, but look at the fun zone, Dano. We don't need you cutting them down.
Fine.
Yeah,
fine.
a big punter move is huge
good.
for us. Shout out to Jordan Stout. I'll be excited to see what a punter is getting nowadays, okay? First when I retired. And would that have changed anything? I'm not 100% sure. Jordan is certainly worthy of the conversation. Let's head over to Schefter to get a little bit more details on the Davis signing. And I believe there was also another signing that took place while we were in the fun zone. Schefty, what's going on over there? How'd Davis happen and what else is taking place?
Demario Davis started his career with the Jets, obviously going back there to finish it. You heard Peter talk about the punter. We're waiting on a bunch of wide receivers. Joseph Asai also went to the Jets. So the Jets get Joseph Asai and Demario Davis, and they trade for Minka Fitzpatrick. So there are 3 moves that get done today with the New York Jets on defense.
Okay, so Aaron Glenn wants to bring back a dominant defense for the New York Jets. He is a defensive guy. When he was with the Detroit Lions, their defense was great. That's just no questions asked. Massive piece and a massive reason for why the Detroit Lions got back into well, I guess not back. Why the Detroit Lions got to a place where their fans were expecting to win games. So he was a huge part of that. We hope he has success over there. How do you feel about the moves Aaron Glenn has made for his defense with the Jets?
I like the move. Vet, obviously, he can play football at a high level. He can communicate. What Schrage said as far as being a leader on and off the field, he's been that for pretty much his entire career. Then the Minka Fitzpatrick which happened this morning. You rarely see a individual vision trade like this for Miami, going there, getting a new deal. I think still only 29 years old, so still have a lot of great football left, and another player that can not only play at a high level but also communicate at a high level as well. So I like both of these moves right now from Aaron Glenn. And last year, it was a part of the Sauce trade. I still have belief in A.D. Mitchell on the offensive side of the ball. Who's going to play quarterback? That's big, but I think that A.D. Mitchell trade will be good down the line.
For what? For
the Jets. Stay tuned. Mark it.
At football?
What's this?
I think
March
so, too.
9th,
He had a nice game for him this year.
I agree. He does have a lot.
Yeah.
AD has all the ability in the world, all the talent in the world. He could be Guy, could actually be Guy. Is that place going to turn him into it?
That's the
I hope so.
That's the question.
I hope that happens. We have some more breaking news as I think we wait. Will we wait for Schefter to hit this one? It is within the ESPN family of tweets.
Oh, wow.
We shall
It's
wait.
in the ESPN
We shall wait. Schefter has 3.
Might be flipping tables.
2. And please, they're laughing.
Yeah, they're in the fun zone.
That is the fun zone.
No rules in the fun zone.
All right, we'll give Schefter 5, 4, 3, 2, and nothing from his Twitter account. Jeremy Fowler is reporting Kenny Gainwell to the Bucs for 2 years, $14 million.
Wow.
He was a huge piece for you guys on the offensive side.
He was the team MVP, Pat. That's how big of a piece he was last year. Ken Gainwell was awesome. Dan mentioned earlier, led the team with 73 receptions, I believe. It wasn't just receiving out of the backfield. He was Aaron's go-to guy when they needed down, which happened to be a lot. That's how you get 73 catches. That huge play against the Lions right there in that game. But it wasn't just that. He ran the ball really well. He never, ever made a mistake. He was the perfect, and that's why he was a great teammate and was voted the team MVP. The Bucs got a good one there, and I'm sad to lose Kenny G down there.
Yeah, I think Philly was sad. I think Pittsburgh's sad.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bucs will
awesome.
probably take advantage of it. And now there's some teams that have been absent from our conversation here a little bit. Let's look at the cap space. There's some teams that have a lot of money that we haven't really heard from. I wonder what's going on. Are extra negotiations happening? Are agents trying to get some more money? Remember, this is the highest salary cap in the history of ball. It jumped up $20 million this year. Unexpected. I think they were thinking maybe 15, maybe 12. Yeah. It goes up 20 million, and now all of a sudden GMs can make more plays. $110 million the Raiders have.
That's a lot of money.
That's over a third of the salary cap is not spent yet. Whenever you talk about a full rebuild, especially if you're going to get a quarterback, you got Brock Bowers, you got Ashton Genty. You would think offensive line is where we're going to work at.
Yeah.
You get rid of Max Crosby, so you're obviously going to have to do some work on the defensive side. Pick up a couple picks. It's like the Raiders are in a position to make massive changes to potentially become a successful franchise.
I don't see why not.
Is that what's possible here today? $110 million. When's it going to go out the door? We shall wait and see.
Yeah, you assume pretty quick, especially with Kubiak being a first time, not just first year head coach trying to basically bring in players that kind of fit his scheme. So that's where you would assume Tyler Linderbaum or at least some of those highest paid guys would be going pretty soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, for a punter. Schefter tweet. Jordan Stott, as Peter Schrager alluded to.
Wow.
Reached agreement with the Giants on a 3-year, $12.3 million deal that makes him the NFL's highest paid punter and reunites him with his former head coach, John Harbaugh. The deal cannot be signed until Wednesday, like all of these.
Just a reminder.
Per ESPN sources.
What do you mean?
We had a Schrager bomb here from the front zone. We know where it came from.
Yeah, what's that all about, Schefter? I thought we did journalism. I thought, hey, Schefter, you didn't want to give Schrags any love. What was the per sources all about, Schefter?
Wait, what's that? I love Peter Schrager. I'm trying to keep my head above water, okay? That's all I know. We got more deals coming. Hold on.
Schrags, you are per ESPN sources now.
I'll take it. Look, this is a good one for them. They want to bring a lot of those culture guys and the guys that know Harbaugh and Roman and the whole crew, so they bring them over. Stout is a great punter, and it improves that. That was the moment of the show for me. That was great.
Yeah, there's going to be more. I mean, I feel like he's like,
hey.